Hi Scorpio, how's it going? I hope you're doing wonderful today. My name is Lynn and I'm going to do a general reading for you for the month of March. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. It may or may not resonate with you. I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread. If any of your cards come out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from spirit. People can show up in your reading, kings, queens, knights, pages. They either represent you or someone in your life or a situation. If the messages repeat, I believe that Spirit really wants you to get the message. Let's see. Let's see what message Spirit has for you today. For me too. I'm a Scorpio too. Let's see what we can look forward to in March 2026. One more shuffle here. Again, I'll pull all the cards, all the energies, and then I'll go through them individually here. And if it resonates, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. Spirit, what is Scorpio's current situation? You have the King of Swords reversed. What's challenging Scorpio, or what is Scorpio celebrating? The King of Pentacles. What is the foundation message for Scorpio? The Knight of Swords. Wow. What is Scorpio's past message but is relevant to their current situation? Eight of Pentacles reversed. Their immediate future message is the Empress. Wow, nice. What is the outcome they desire most in their situation? Five of Swords. What is Scorpio's self-image message? Temperance reversed. Their environment or how others see them in their situation. There we go, Scorpio, we showed up. Death card. Their hopes and fears is King of Cups reversed. Wow, a lot of king energy, 3 out of 4. And the last card represents the outcome if all is to remain as is, and you got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Excellent. Okay. And I'll also put a summary underneath the video if you want to read more about your reading, okay? So the first card that came out is the King of Swords reversed. Now this is either you, someone in your life, or a situation, male or female, in a general reading. The message on the card is, I trust my ability to make a strategic decision. Scorpio, don't doubt yourself. Trust your intuition. You're not trusting yourself, okay? You're not trusting your ability to make a strategic decision. This is Aquarius energy. So the King of Swords reversed is someone who has a lot of quiet power. Focus on your inner truth is what this message is telling you, okay? Maybe this is, so the King of Swords could be someone who there's a lack of integrity. It can be someone that you're dealing with maybe who is manipulative, cruel, weak, oppressive, irrational, controlling, dishonest, power crazed. Could represent an absent father, a lack of routine, a lack of structure. The King of Swords reversed is someone who is pretty judgmental. There's a misuse of power. Someone who there's a lack of discipline, a lack of morals. Someone who's misguided, ruthless, oppressive, aggressive, illogical. But reversed, this king represents quiet power. Scorpio, your power and authority comes from within, from your unwavering belief in yourself, your deep connection to your values, and your commitment to stand firm in your truth. You don't allow others to steer you off course. Instead, you prefer to draw your energy from your higher self and connect with what truly matters to you. Sometimes this King of Swords reversed can allude to a misuse of power. Some of you may be using your ability to manipulate or persuade others to fulfill your personal needs, or you may be using your advanced intellect to make others feel inferior or disadvantaged. The King of Swords reversed is very intelligent and has only his personal interests in mind. Be careful, because if this King of Swords reverses someone in your life, he might take advantage of you. This card could represent a lack of decisiveness about where your best opportunities lie or what direction you want to go. You may be feeling lost or uncertain about your options, being misguided or delaying decisions. It could also represent. But let's keep going. What's crossing you or what's challenging you or what you're celebrating is the King of Pentacles. I am sure of my place in the world is the message on the card. This is Taurus energy, male or female in general reading. So this card is all about abundance. It's about prosperity, security. If this is you, Scorpio, Spirit is saying your hard work is going to pay off. You're reaching your goals. It's a card of discipline, stability, traditional. This is someone who is bettering themselves. They're thriving. They're principled, very supporting, very reliable. Someone who sees things through to the end. They're very loyal, sensible, honest, faithful, patient, careful, generous. Okay. The King of Pentacles is, there's a lot of abundance in your reading, Scorpio. This is a card of wealth, business, leadership, discipline. The King of Pentacles is someone who is a faithful provider. He uses his ambition and confidence to create wealth for himself and others. He generates his self-worth from what he has accumulated, and he shares it with others. He can be a father figure, you or someone in your life who provides others with advice or guidance or wisdom, especially with regards to financial or work-related matters. Scorpio, Spirit is saying with this card, you are confident and successful at attracting and managing wealth. Everything you touch turns to gold. You have the Midas touch. You no longer struggle to achieve what you desire, nor do you have any need to prove yourself. You've completed your task, or you've attained your goal, and now you can enjoy all that you've accomplished. Scorpio, you've created a rich life, not just financially, but spiritually too. This king knows that a methodical, planned, and well thought out approach leads you to success. Scorpio, you don't need to take any more risks. Very traditional energy here. And then the third card, the Knight of Swords, this card represents the basis of your situation or foundation. Again, this is either you, someone in your life, or a situation, male or female in a general reading. Gemini energy. This card is telling you to choose your battles carefully. Okay? Seize the moment. The Knight of Swords is someone who's action-oriented. There's someone who is a leader again. Leadership is coming up, Scorpio. A lot of leadership energy in your reading. Ambitious, brave, courageous, a warrior, a fighter, someone who's assertive, can be a little bit impulsive sometimes, but yeah, someone who is rebellious, someone who is defending their beliefs, someone who is driven to succeed, a perfectionist, ambitious, a risk taker, very fast thinking, forward thinking, unrelenting. This card could indicate big changes coming in your life, big opportunities. Someone who is assertive, honest, intellectual, daring. Scorpio, you're so highly motivated to succeed that you will stop at nothing to pursue your dreams. The challenges ahead don't faze you because you know where you want to go. Continue moving forward with sheer strength and determination to make things happen. You're quick to take action. You thrive on high levels of energy that propel you forward and inspire you to take action to manifest your goals. Be assertive in getting what you want. Continue being proactive and forward thinking. You are the creator of your future. Just continue taking the necessary steps. Continue taking the necessary steps to make it happen. But be careful, because sometimes you might act too quickly and not think things through. You may be prone to rushing things. So just keep in mind that sometimes a little planning can go a long way. And for some of you, you may be suited for discussion groups with like-minded people. Scorpio, unrelenting, but remember to choose your battles carefully. And then your fourth card is the Eight of Pentacles reversed, extra protection from Spirit again, Virgo energy. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. So this card is about, well, there's a lot of different meanings with this card. So it could be feeling uninspired or misdirected activity, having no passion, no motivation, a lack of motivation. It's a card of self-development, being a perfectionist. It's a card of mediocrity, laziness, low skill, no confidence, no commitment, no ambitious, a lack of effort, a lack of focus. For some, it could be workaholic. Doing a repetitive or boring job, biting off more than you can chew. You're focused on self-improvement, Scorpio. You're focused on self-improvement and personal development. I don't know, I can't speak for anybody else, but being a Scorpio myself, I've been doing a lot of work on myself in the past few years now. Maybe since, well, 2020 for sure. Scorpio, you are highly disciplined and focused when it comes to understanding your inner beliefs and behaviors. You're dedicated to becoming the best version of yourself. You're making note of what you're grateful for. For some of you, you're focused on creating perfection, but to your detriment. Your need for perfection may be getting in the way of your ability to adapt and change. If this resonates, Spirit wants me to tell you that perfection is a myth. Surrender to the art of imperfection. Some of you are working very hard on a project, but it's not leading to the desired outcome, and you're feeling frustrated and disappointed by the lack of success and progress. You may be lacking the skills and talent that is necessary. Please remember, these messages are not from me. I'm just channeling them, okay? You may be lacking the skills and talent that is necessary to be successful. And it simply isn't for you. Or you might be keeping yourself busy with small tasks, but are struggling to make progress towards your bigger goals. If this resonates, then it's time to take a step back and assess whether you're focused on the right things, or if you need to shift your focus to bring your activities back in alignment with your broader goals. Okay, it can be a card of dissatisfaction, feeling dissatisfied. And then your immediate future, what's likely to happen. I dedicate myself to what I believe in, is the message with the Eight of Pentacles. And then your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, is the Empress. This is a card of abundance. This is a card of divine feminine, nurture, beauty, creativity, contentment, balance, motherhood, divine feminine, pleasure. Create what you choose. You can create what you choose to naturally and with joy, is the message with this card. Okay? This card is telling you to connect with your feminine energy. Create beauty in your life. Connect with your senses through taste, touch, sound, smell, and sight. Draw on these senses to experience pleasure and deep fulfillment. Discover different approaches to expressing yourself creatively. It could be through painting, music, drama, any art form. Take up a new hobby to assess this part of yourself. Okay? The Empress is all about abundance. You're surrounded by life's pleasures. You're in a period of growth. All you've dreamed of is coming to fruition. Continue to offer gratitude for all that you've created so that you can continue to create even more. Get out into nature to ground your energy. When you do this, you can reach higher planes of consciousness. When you tune in with the energy of the Empress, you'll naturally take on her mothering nature. You feel a strong urge to care for others. For some of you, you may step into the role of mother. This is a card, this card shows a time of natural growth, and your role is to just nurture it without forcing or neglecting your project. Okay? There is great potential for abundance if good care is given. And this may require action on your part, or it may require a time of waiting, pay attention to where you are in the cycle of your project or situation. The outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Five of Swords. You will heal yourself, Scorpio. Okay? This is Aquarius energy. What you desire most in your situation, the Five of Swords is about loss, abandonment, betrayal, surrender, disputes, arguments, fighting back, standing up for yourself. You're standing up for yourself, Scorpio. It's a card of intimidation, bullying, underhanded behavior, stress. It could indicate self-sabotaging. Spirit is saying you're overcoming some major challenges in your life, for sure. Competition can be a card of deception, winning at all costs. So, Scorpio, you've had a falling out or a disagreement or some kind of conflict, and you're walking away with a sense of sadness and loss. You may be upset or resentful over the heated words you said, and now you wish you could take them back. Even if you won the argument or came out the apparent victor, you realize that what you have lost is much more than what your opponent did. This battle cost you trust, respect, or dignity, and it's isolated you. You will need to decide whether your point of view is so important to you that you're willing to put your relationship in jeopardy, or if you can compromise and see eye to eye. Again, pick your battles. It will lead to a more peaceful life. When you're competing with others on the path to success, some of you may feel that way, that you're competing with others on the path to success. If you've been engaged in a conflict and can see that it's taking a toll, either apologize or just let it go and move on. Seek forgiveness. This card can represent failure. If that resonates, accept your defeat, learn from it, be smarter and wiser next time, is the message Spirit is saying. I just want to see something. Yeah, choose your battles carefully, Scorpio. And then your self-image card is the Temperance card. It came out reversed. How you see yourself, Sagittarius energy, Major Arcana. So the Temperance card is all about self-healing, doing a lot of self-healing. It could also be extremes, excess, a lack of balance, a lack of perspective, self-indulgence, some kind of imbalance, recklessness. You're realigning. You're in realignment mode is what I feel here. How you see yourself. If you've recently experienced a period of excess, then this is your warning signal to restore balance and moderation as soon as possible. Everything in moderation, or you may need 100% abstinence to break this negative cycle and bring your life back into balance. Maybe you feel like maybe you have a sense that something is off in your life, which is creating stress and tension. There may be a voice niggling from within going, wait a second, this doesn't feel right. You can ignore it and carry on with life as usual, but it's just going to get louder and louder until you deal with it. Make the necessary adjustments to find your flow once again. Align your higher vibration with the outer world. You may need to change your living arrangements, relationships, career, or daily habits so that you can cultivate more balance in your life. This card can be a call for profound self-healing. Scorpio, you are doing it in a way that is private and personal to you. Congratulations. I think that is awesome. It takes a lot of courage to do it. And then your environment or how others see you and your situation is, of course, there we are showing up in our reading, Scorpio. Death card. This card is all about letting go, endings, transformation, release, mourning, acceptance. It's the end of a cycle and a new beginning, a metamorphosis, some kind of major change, transformation, a spiritual transformation. Scorpios are going through it. Scorpios have done a lot of work. A lot of people are going to turn to you for guidance, Scorpio, if they haven't already. Okay? This card symbolizes the end of a major phase or aspect of your life that you realize is no longer serving you, opening up the possibility of something more valuable and essential. You must close one door to open another, but you need to put the past behind you and part ways. Be ready for new opportunities. This is a time of renewal and transformation, change and transition. You need to transform yourself, clear away the old, bring in the new. Any change should be welcomed as a positive, cleansing, transformational force in your life. There may be a sudden and unexpected change. You may feel as though you are caught in the path of sweeping change and cannot escape its effects. This massive change could bring with it a series of unexpected surprises that creates new opportunities. You need to learn to let go of unhealthy attachments in your life. That's what temperance is all about too, reversed. Break a bad habit or a pattern of behavior. Purge the old belongings, memories, and baggage that are getting in your way, Scorpio. Let it go. Release it. It's a card of mourning, rebirth, renewal. And then your hopes. What is the message on the card? Let go and embrace new beginnings. And then your hopes and fears is the King of Cups reversed. This is either you, someone in your life, or a situation, male or female. The message on the card is, I am my own anchor. Okay, this is Scorpio energy again. Have compassion for yourself, Scorpio. The King of Cups reversed is someone who is cold, manipulative, overwhelmed, withdrawn, repressed, selfish, emotionally manipulative. This card represents melancholy, a feeling of sadness with no cause. You're focusing your attention on your innermost feelings. You're discovering the emotions stored in your subconscious mind and how these emotions affect you. You hope to gain a stronger sense of control over your emotional well-being so that your feelings don't steer you away from living your best life. You may be prone to emotional upset and drama. Others may trigger you or push your buttons. You may feel moody, depressed, anxious, and unpredictable. You may also lack in self-compassion, beating yourself up over small things that have gone wrong. If this resonates, seek to understand the root cause of your emotions and bring your conscious awareness to the impact they are having on your life. Pay attention to your emotional balance and find your place of calm and compassion. Other people may trigger these emotional responses in you, but it's up to you to stay in control. Some of you may be repressing your emotions and withdrawing from the outside world because you fear what may happen if you were to confront your feelings head on. Your feelings are bottling up inside you, and you're at the risk of an emotional outburst if the pressure gets too much. If this resonates, consider finding a therapist to help you work through this. The King of Cups reverse can represent someone who is vindictive and emotionally manipulative. They use emotional blackmail to get their way, to push their personal agenda. They leave you feeling uncertain about yourself, as if you're the problem, not them. But this only leads to undeserved emotional instability within you. If this sounds like someone you've met in the past, someone you know from your past, you still have work to do in releasing yourself from their controlling forces. And then the outcome, if all is to remain as is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. I am always rewarded for all I do is the message on the card. So this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is a card of struggling within yourself, a struggle within yourself. It's a card of scarcity, lost opportunity, missed chances. This card is also letting you know, Scorpio, if you make it big, be careful you don't let it affect your life. That's for a select few, that message. This is a card of materialism, a lack of planning, a lack of foresight. It can represent. You know that you're always rewarded for everything you do, right, Scorpio? The Spirit always has your back for sure with everything you do. If something didn't take root and grow as planned, something that you waited for did not come, or something that you planned did not take root and grow as planned, this card could also indicate that you're overlooking something that could be useful to you. That'll mean different things to different people. Yeah, bad investments. This card is also letting you know that there's an infinity of possibilities that exist for you. You may feel hesitant about moving forward with an offer, an invitation, or an opportunity, particularly one that relates to your career, finances, or business. You might catch yourself second guessing the timing or doubting whether you have what it takes to see it through. If this resonates, Spirit is saying don't move forward until you are ready. A pay raise, a new job, a loan, or a business offer could fall through unexpectedly, so be careful with your expenditures. Now is not the time to get in over your head or take on any obligations with huge monthly repayments. Don't rely on the promise of financial opportunity in the future either. You're trying to manifest your goals, but keep running into delays. You may need to revise your approach. Financial or other professional help may be necessary. If you're looking to start a new business or job offer, don't charge ahead without validating that the market has a need for your services. Okay? And then let's pull one oracle card. Spirit, please, Spirit, for Scorpio. Okay, let's see. Spirit, what final message do you have for Scorpio, please? Oh, this just came out for a Libra. Exact same one. Stop and breathe. Reality is shaped by what we believe. Take a deep breath, reassess, and realign, and let go of what doesn't help the situation. Okay, so that is those are our messages today from Spirit. I hope you receive some insight or guidance from those, Scorpio. Have an awesome month. Stay safe, stay strong, be kind. I'll see you next time. Bye.